Good morning. Well, I was right to look forward to my run today. Check this out. Wow, astonishing. So where I am at the minute, up there is normally where I do my long runs when I film it. So the view we normally see is over the other side of that ridge that way. And well, we'll talk more about these bridges and gates in just a second. Over that way is like the northern Mendip outliers. So Cheddar and Burrington, etc. So I'm running down the middle towards Bristol at the moment, and it's glorious. And what I love about this particular loop is that I have to run slowly. Have to watch my footing because of all the ruts, and also the really slippy bridges and the gates and stuff just slows me down. You can probably hear it in the fact that I can actually talk full sentences rather than the normal ones where I'm up at the top of. I'll be up there in a bit though. I'm heading down that way and then up to Cadbury Camp, which is where all the rich and famous people live. Carol Vorderman, I think, has got a house up there, and whoever that MP was that we used to have, the Tory MP that finally got ousted, I forget his name. Anyway, we'll be running up there in a bit. So my Sunday videos are normally a little bit longer, but I'll be honest with you, this Sunday, as I head into week 6, obviously this time next week I'll be at the halfway point. I haven't really got tons to talk about. I've talked a lot this week. Mental stuff to do with friends, physical stuff to do with the fact that I think people don't push themselves enough. And as I was thinking about where my head's at right now for today, well, generally speaking, I just feel like I'm in a really good place, mentally and physically. But here's the thing, isn't it? I think when you've done 5 going into 6 weeks of continuous training, you've got to fluctuate the intensity levels. So I think what I'm going to have to be careful of over this next week, so I'm going to give my body and my brain just a little bit of a relax, a little bit of a rest. I've still got to do the sessions, still got to do the same weights, but when it comes to the cardio stuff and when it comes to the thinking stuff, I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a reprieve this coming week. As I said before, I think people go to therapy when they're not in a great place, but actually the best time to do it is when you feel great. And I do feel pretty good right now across the board. And you know what? I'm very grateful for that fact. So in that case, I'm just going to enjoy the ride for the next 6 days, 7 days, going into the second half of all this. I think it's worth acknowledging that despite the fact I've got here, I've got to this point, it has been a colossal challenge. I'd say, you know, like maybe 1 in 4, 1 in 5 sessions that I have done, I wouldn't have done normally. I would have been them off because too tired, or I just want to sit down and relax. But as I've said previously, and maybe this is a video for the coming weeks, the only actual noticeable thing that's changed is my screen time has dropped. I just haven't spent that time on my phone. And I think that's a huge, huge lesson. Something that I've learned from doing 75 hard twice before is the only thing that really changed was I became less fit. I put weight on and my screen time went up. If those aren't 3 things that I kind of don't want to happen, then I don't know what is. See what I mean about the rutting? Can't run fast along here, team. A glorious day. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to put my camera away and enjoy the run and enjoy this incredible weather. And here we go into week 6. And this time next week, I'll be on day 42, which, as you all know, is the meaning of life, the universe and everything, isn't it? Goodbye.